There are 5 important steps that you need to follow to set up your Amazon FBA business from a legal standpoint. Yes, that's right. All you have to do is follow these 5 steps. But make sure you watch this video until the end, because if you miss one of these steps, the IRS will come right up to your doorstep and start asking you for the paperwork. Now, I'm just playing a bit, but you definitely don't want to miss out on any one of these steps. So without further ado, let's get through these 5 steps. And step number 1 is you need to start a business entity. There are 3 main types of business entities that you can choose from. There's a DBA, there's an LLC, or there's an S Corp. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are there 3? What's their difference? Which ones did I choose? How do I even get one? Now, just calm down. I'm going to tell you what they are so that by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one is right for you. So let's break down these 3 business entities, starting with a DBA, which stands for Doing Business As. So what does it do? A DBA lets you file the paperwork needed to open a business bank account under your chosen business name. This is usually the cheapest option amongst the 3, but it has a main disadvantage. It doesn't offer any legal protection. It means that if someone sues your business, they can come after your personal assets. The next business entity is an LLC, which stands for a limited liability company. Unlike a DBA, an LLC gives you much more protection and security. How? By keeping your personal belongings or assets like your car and house separate from your business. So in the case your business gets sued, your personal assets are safe from your business liabilities. Well, of course, this added protection comes with a higher price depending on your state. It may cost you anywhere from $150 to $800. But when you think about it, considering the peace of mind it offers, it's totally worth the price, right? If you're going to file for an LLC, there's 2 ways of doing that. Number 1 would be you file the LLC yourself by paying the state the fees and filling out the forms. Now, this can be a very time-consuming process and can be complicated for someone who's never done this before. Also, if you are setting up a US business in a state and you are from out of the country or setting up a business in a different state than the one you live in, you will have to get a registered agent, and it probably makes sense to pay a company to do it for you, which is option number 2. There are many companies out there that you can pay to set up your LLC for you, such as LegalZoom and Inc Authority. Now, I'm not endorsing any of them, although I have used both of those 2 before, and there's a whole host of other companies out there, but you can pay them a fee. Oftentimes, it's a pretty small fee just on top of the process to file the LLC for you. This will, number 1, give you a registered agent. The registered agent is filing the LLC on their address and their name on your behalf. Although you are the owner, they are the registered agent. So, number 1, they will be listed as the registered agent on the LLC. So, any spam mail and things like this will go to them as opposed to you, and this can create a shell around you and prevent all the hassle that brings on. Number 2, again, if you live out of state or out of country, this allows you to set up an LLC in any state that you want to by using one of these registered agents. So again, it will cost you more, but it will also save you a lot of time, and you'll get the benefit of using a registered agent if you go through a service. Now, keep in mind, the fee that they charge will be a yearly fee. So you pay that up front, but you will have to pay again and again to keep using that registered agent that comes with these services. So just keep that in mind, what you're signing up for. Again, it's much cheaper just to do it yourselves, but it can take time and be more complex. So if you want to just do an easy way, you can go ahead and find a service that will register the LLC for you. And as an added bonus, you can even set up your LLC with an S Corp structure. This allows you to get the best of both worlds, where you get the LLC set up, or you easily set up a business structure with an LLC and still get the tax benefits of being an S corporation. Now, tax code gets incredibly complex. So number 1, I'm not a CPA. This is not tax advice, and getting into the actual code of how it benefits you will be very, very complex. But keep in mind that it usually benefits you to be an S Corp for tax purposes when it comes to things like deductions and keeping your income from your personal business and company separate. However, you can get the best of both worlds by doing an LLC with an S Corp structure. It also offers many tax benefits, as you are taxed as a business rather than as a person as you are with a DBA. Last but not least is the S Corp, or Small Business Corporation. It actually comes with some great tax perks, even more than the LLC, but it also includes more paperwork and additional steps to set it up, so it can be a little bit more complex to manage. But when it comes down to choosing between an LLC or an S Corp, well, for me, I'd stick with an LLC because it's simpler and easier to handle. Here's a simple way to decide which business entity to choose. If you're not too concerned about the risk of getting sued and you expect your business earnings to start out small, a DBA might be the way to go. It's actually perfect for starting entrepreneurs who are working with a tight budget and want the most affordable option. So that's it for the first step. Now, on to step number 2, you need to get an EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number. Think of this as your business's social security number. It is very important for filing taxes and handling other business-related matters. Getting an EIN is completely free, and you can apply directly on the IRS website. Just go to irs.gov and follow their simple instructions on their website, and then you're good to go. The steps that they will give you are so easy to follow, and you won't even need to pay for anything. Now, if you're getting an LLC, some sites that do it for you will also just give you your EIN number, so you don't have to file for anything. You can pay a little bit extra, and they'll do it for you if you just want to remove that step and make it as simple as possible. Now, step number 3 is getting a seller's permit. So for step number 3, getting a seller's permit is completely free. You just need to go to Google and do a quick search for the requirements specific to your state. Type in your state's name, followed by seller's permit, and you'll find the info you need right there. Now, just a quick warning, watch out for scams offering to help you with the seller's permit process and ask you to pay them. Keep in mind that getting a seller's permit is easy to do, and you can do it without spending any money. Got it? So why do you need a seller's permit? First and foremost, it actually helps you comply with state sales laws and regulations. For instance, you are required to collect and pay state sales tax on your sales, so it's really a key step in staying legal and keeping your business running smoothly. One more perk of having a seller's permit is that it allows you to make tax-exempt purchases. Basically, when you're buying items to resell, you don't have to pay sales tax on those transactions. Your state recognizes that these items are for resale, so you get a tax break, which means it will lower your cost of goods and boost your profit margins. That's actually cool. Now, step number 4 is setting up a business bank account. Actually, this step is fairly simple and straightforward. You'll just need to collect your documents such as your DBA or your LLC paperwork and your EIN, and then go to your preferred bank and set it up. Now, just a quick tip for you, do a bit of research to choose the bank that aligns best with your needs and make sure it fits your business's preferences just right. I also advise you to set up a business bank account early on because it's important to keep your business and your personal finances separate. This way, it will be easier for you to track your business's expenses and ensure your compliance with tax regulations. Also, if you have an LLC and start using your business money for personal transactions, a court might see this as a breach of legal protection if you're ever sued, and this could put your personal assets at risk. So, to avoid this, just use separate bank accounts and credit cards for your business and personal finances to maintain a clear distinction between the two. Now for step number 5, which is to get a business credit card. Besides what I've mentioned, having separate cards for personal business, one of the great advantages of launching a new business is a chance to open business credit cards, which often come with fantastic rewards like free flights and hotel stays. Since you'll be spending money anyway by running and setting up your business, it makes sense to choose credit cards with strong reward systems. This is definitely an important step that you do not want to miss. But before we get into the details, make sure to like my video and subscribe to my channel for more information you need on how to run your Amazon FBA business. Rewards programs to maximize your points and get the best value for your spending. It's also one way to get extra benefits from running your business, and it's a great way to reward yourself as well. That completes the 5 steps you need to follow and set up your Amazon FBA business legally. But wait, there are other legal aspects you need to consider too, such as patents and trademarks. Are they important? Well, for many businesses, getting a patent might not be as practical, but if you think your product is unique enough, you can apply for a provisional patent. This is actually relatively affordable and may cost you around $75. It provides you with 1 year of protection from the date of filing, but if you opt for a full patent, you must be ready for the lawyer expenses because hiring a lawyer and then going through the entire process can cost you at least $10,000. So there are 2 types of patents too, a utility patent and a design patent. To quickly differentiate the two, a utility patent covers the functional aspect of the invention, while the design patent protects the appearance of the product, focusing on its look rather than its functionality. But actually, for most entrepreneurs, you don't really need to get a patent. In fact, most products won't even qualify for one. The next other legal aspect for you to consider is a trademark, which is valuable for most businesses, especially if you're focusing on building a brand. It protects your brand name and logo to stop others from using the same marks that could create confusion amongst your consumers. I'd say it is a good idea to file for a trademark because it lets you claim ownership of a unique logo, phrase, or brand name so that it will be your exclusive property, and typically it only costs around $250. It also allows you to access brand registry if you're going to be an Amazon seller and sell on Amazon. There are 2 types of trademarks to consider. One is an image mark, which protects a particular design or logo so that no one else can duplicate your unique visual style. 2 is a word mark, which secures a specific word or phrase. If you are planning on getting one, I highly recommend getting an image mark instead because it's easier to have a trademark for your design or logo than a word mark. But both types offer essential protection for your brand, helping you maintain a distinctive presence and keep your business uniquely yours. Now, getting a lawyer for your trademark is an expensive process, and you never know if your trademark is going to get approved without one. But what I recommend is going ahead and filing for the trademark yourself. This is a $250 fee, or $300 with a different form, or $350 with the other form, and you can go through and answer these questions yourselves along with a video guide. Then you can file that. Right now, the US Trademark Office takes around 1 year to get back on trademarks. For this period, you have a trademark pending. This allows you to register for things like brand registry and other things that you need just a pending trademark number in order to do. Then after a year, the Trademark Office will come back with their decision. Either your trademark was accepted and you don't need a lawyer, or it was denied, and at that point you can get a lawyer to refile the trademark. But this has the potential of saving you on that upfront cost of getting a lawyer if you don't know how serious you're going to take your business, and there's a chance of your trademark getting approved without the need to pay expensive lawyer fees. This wraps up this guide to set up your Amazon FBA business legally. These steps will definitely help you start on the right foot. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more updates. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and best of luck on your Amazon FBA venture.